Hi, I'm Jillian. I'm the owner of Islay's Terrace here in Hudson, Massachusetts. We are a gift shop, yarn shop, and bookshop. And on our third episode, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the upcoming Greater Boston Yarn Crawl, which is happening next Thursday and runs until Sunday. If you're unfamiliar with a yarn crawl, what it is it's 15 different stores, all in the Greater Boston metro area, who are participating. There's a passport, which you're going to want to download from the website, which is greaterbostonyarncrawl.com. You can also pick it up from some of the stores, and you're going to get the passport. And then essentially what's going to happen is you're going to visit as many stores as possible, and you're going to get a stamp each time you visit a store. And at the end of the crawl, you're going to turn in your passport, and you're going to redeem that to potentially win gift cards and prize baskets from the shops. You'll see them on display when you visit the stores. It's a really fun event. It's a great way to meet other knitters and crocheters, fiber enthusiasts. Each store does a little fun thing during the event. We're going to have a pop-up, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a minute. But a lot of stores have special things like trunk shows or special releases and things during the event. So it's a great way to kind of get to know new stores, meet new fiber people, just kind of engage with the community. So it's a really great weekend, and we're really excited about it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what we're doing. So during the crawl, we have two really great prize baskets. Some of the items are already here, and I'm really, really excited about them. They're really great prizes, and some of the other prizes have been coordinated by one of our other fellow yarn shop participants, and I'm going to go pick them up next week along with our crawl bags. So the first 15 customers who spend $50 at the store will get a yarn crawl tote. Last year, you might remember, it had a little sheep on it. I think this year's is going to have a little yarn ball that says Greater Boston Yarn Crawl on it. So first 15 people who spend $50 will get one of those totes along with their purchase. And if you remember from the previous two episodes, I talked about the candy shop shawl, which I designed. If you've been working on your shawl and have finished it, don't forget to wear that during the crawl, because stores will give you a little prize, or at least like a little high five or something, like maybe a little doodad, a little candy, some kind of little goodie for finishing your shawl and wearing it around during the crawl. Plus, it's just really fun to see other people wearing the shawl out in the wild and kind of seeing other people wearing it too. I'm super excited to see you all wearing it. A couple of you have brought yours into me to show me what you've already completed, and I've really loved seeing the different color combos. As you can see from my outfit, I'm really a stripes fan, so I'm really excited to see what everybody has been making. I mentioned that a lot of yarn stores do special things like trunk shows and pop-ups during their yarn crawl. And during the crawl, if you remember last year, we had local dyer Melani Stache with us, and she'll be back again this year doing a pop-up during the crawl. She will be here in person on Saturday, but I believe she'll have her stuff with us during the whole crawl. She sells her yarn with us in the store all the time, but she's going to have a whole bunch of extra stuff during the crawl, more colors, extra yarn bases probably. I'll show you what some of her yarn looks like. It's very bright and colorful. She makes these really cool yarns. She's local to Hudson, Massachusetts, so it's really cool to have a local yarn dyer coming in with us during the crawl. So if you want to meet her in person, she will be here on Saturday. She makes really cool yarn. So normally you can find her stuff right up here in our pretty yarn area, but she will be here on Saturday. So as some of you may know, I'm also a yarn dyer and spinner, and I sell my own yarn here at the store. The crawl will be the launch of my fall collection for my botanically dyed yarn, and I want to show you a couple of those. One of my favorite things about dyeing botanically dyed yarn is that it's much different than acid dye yarn, which is kind of the traditional dye method. Most of the yarns behind me from indie-dyers are done with acid dye. And I used to acid dye for a really long time, and I actually did do an acid dye collection for this year too, and I'll show you that in a second. But I've been doing botanically dyed yarn now for 3 years, and I really, really love how it turns out. And I think for me, the difference is that while you can be very scientific about it and be very, very meticulous, for me, what I really like is just kind of going with the natural flow of it. I like to add a bunch of cosmos to a pot and just kind of see what happens. Like I know that there's going to be a certain type of result, and I like the just flow of nature that I know it will be an orangey, and I don't know what that orangey is. I kind of like the unexpectedness of it. So I'll show you this one. Was Sulfur Cosmos. I grew these in my garden this year. This came out really lovely. This is Mulberry Leaf, which I did not grow this one. I picked up this dye at Rhinebeck. This is Cochineal, which actually is not a plant. It's a little bug that grows on a plant, but I'm considering it part of the botanically dyed because it does kind of fit under that category. This is Madder. This one is also Madder, and this is a new yarn base for this year. I have just a couple of these with this little tweedy stuff. And this is that same base. This is Marigolds, which I also grew these in my garden. And here's that same tweedy base with the Madder. So I have a bunch of different colorways. What I really love about botanical stuff is that if you kind of see, all these colors really go together. Like, nature really complements itself in a really, really lovely way. So this has been really fun. I'm gonna have two yarn bases. One is a worsted weight, and the second is this sock fingering weight. And I did also do a bunch of minis. So this has been really fun. These will be out on the first day of the yarn crawl. There's very limited amounts of them because I dye them in very small pots, and there are small batches of them. So those will all be out on the first day of the yarn crawl. And I mentioned that I did a small acid dye run this year. I picked up this really fun base of a neon tweed, and I did this small, very small run. There are two of each of these colors of this really, really fun neon. So there will be two of each of these. Plus there's one more in there that I couldn't grab, but we did a very small acid dye run for this year with this orange, a pink, it's like neon green, and a purple. I originally intended to do these as pastel, and that just didn't happen. But I really love how they came out. The neon really, really is fun with these. You can see the really little neon-y tweed in there. And I mentioned I'm also a spinner. So I did 16 skeins of hand spun that I will have out for the crawl. And I just want to show you one of those. Sorry for if you can hear this crinkling over here. So this is one of the small collections of hand spun. And if you're familiar, you recognize this colorway that complements a certain album coming out soon. But I will have 4 of these, and yes, I don't know if you can see them on here, but they are sparkly. So that's what I'm gonna have available of my yarn that I'm gonna have at the yarn crawl. I will have a couple other hand spun colors. They're currently drying because I do things last minute, but there's gonna be some rainbowy ones, some botanically dyed hand spun, and a couple other one-of-a-kinds. So that's what I'll have, and I'm really excited for you to see what I've got. So I also wanted to share with you a couple of new yarns or things that have come into the store recently, or things that have been restocked kind of recently in the past few months. Another exciting thing is that we have Dirty Water Dye Works coming in soon. Their order just shipped, and we are stocking them for the first time. So they will be here just in time for the crawl. I ordered a bunch of really cool colors from them, and I'm super excited about it. So things that are kind of new within the past few months, if you haven't been here in a while or you're brand new, I'm going to show you a couple things. We carry Wool Dreamers, and this is, if you're looking to make a sweater or a fall hat, these are really, really great options. This is Mota. Oop, I'll flip this around so you can see it. This is a really great option if you're getting your fall sweaters ready. Same with the Wool Dreamers. This one is another option that's really, really a great fall sweater yarn. We also just got a big restock from Malabrigo, both with the Rios. This is a really, really great color. and a big Rasta restock. So for Rios and Rasta fans, big restock with a whole bunch of colors in both of these. A new yarn that we just picked up recently is the Kelborn Woolens Cricket. It is a really, really lovely tweedy sock weight yarn. It is 100% merino. It's 415 yards. Yeah, it's really tweedy and really, really fun. It would make some great sweaters, great shawl. It comes in a bunch of fun colors, including those. It got a nice like creamy neutral. But yeah, I'm really into this tweed right now. I think it's probably with fall on the way. Also picked up Feederbrook Farm a couple months ago. They're a really great hand milled yarn that's made in the US. It's a blue face Leicester, which has a really lovely drape to it. It has a lot of these like really cool colorways here. So I'll show you some of these. These are really fun. And recently got a restock from Wild Sage Wool with some of their really cool fall colors. So I'll show you some of these individually. But these are really pretty. These are milled and dyed in the US, and they have a really light sparkle to them. This one, I think certain Swiftie fans might enjoy. And these all pair really nicely together. There's some really great colors. So we have those and a few more. Got a big restock from them. So that's what we have that's new. And a whole bunch of other things that we have a lot of new craft kits. We have a bunch of new books. We got a new Crinkles restock with a bunch of new little doodads from her. So we're stocked up on a whole, oh, I'm gonna show you something else really fun. It's right here. We got these really cute little hair clips, which if you're a hair cloth fan, this one is some knitting needles. This one's a little crochet hook. And this one right here, this little sewing one. So these just came in. They're sitting right here. So reminded me to show you them. In case you're not looking for yarn, but we do have lots of little trinkets and things that are great for the yarn enthusiast. So that is about it. We are super excited for the Greater Boston Yarn Crawl. Just a reminder, it starts next Thursday, which is the 25th, and runs until Sunday. So you have 4 days to visit all the shops. You can visit the website, which is greaterbostonyarncrawl.com. It's packed with information, with parking info for each store. It has some great food choices for places to eat nearby. It has the info for every store's special, their extended hours. For us, places where you can eat nearby. Personally, here on Hudson, I like Main Street Bagel Factory. They know my Saturday bagel order by now. If you're looking for like a little sweet treat pick-me-up, Harvard Sweet Boutique and New City Micro Creamery are really great if you're looking for like a little sweet treat. If you're looking to sit down for like kind of a bigger lunch while you're here, Rail Trail Flatbread, Kith and Kin, and Wellies are all really great. They're just down the street from us. And another really, really great option that you do not want to snooze on is if you are driving between our store and Island Yarn, which is in Maynard, you will want to stop at Nan's Kitchen, which is the absolute best chicken sandwiches I've ever had. They also have plant-based chicken sandwiches if you are a vegetarian. You can easily order online and grab their sandwiches to go or eat at their picnic tables. I swear this is not sponsored by them, even though it kind of sounds like, but I really love their sandwiches and they're really great people. So that's about it. I do have extended hours for the crawl. I'll be open 11 to 6 on Thursday and Friday, and 10 to 6 on Saturday, and 11 to 5 on Sunday. And I'm really excited. It's really, really, really fun weekend. And I love seeing everybody. I love meeting so many knitters and crocheters and fiber enthusiasts. And I'll see you virtually in 2 weeks, and I'll see you in person at the Yarn Crawl. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out, get more eyeballs, and can't wait to see you soon. Thanks for watching.